and tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? We got a lot to talk about today. And I got some stuff to, you know me, I'm like a little teacher. So I got some stuff to show you guys. Hey, I haven't made a live in a while. How's everyone? Hey Candy, how are you doing? I'm just gonna wait for a few more minutes as I get some folks up in here because we got a teachable moment here. We learn something and we're gonna talk about it. So this to help anybody out that is dealing with the justice system, those who decide to take a plea deal, please understand what you're doing when you're taking plea deals, okay? If by any means, if I was anybody, I would fight to the end, because these plea deals, to me, they're being given like candy, and you're hurting yourself. And I know some people have no choice but to do those plea deals. But let me explain something to you. When you take in these plea deals, you are giving up your Fourth Amendment rights. When you're taking these plea deals, you are giving up your Fourth Amendment right. And you know what the Fourth Amendment is, right? Do you guys know what the Fourth Amendment is? Well, you know what? Let's go for a teaching moment. Your Fourth Amendment, and we're going to go here. Let me go ahead and show you, because we got to teach us. We got to teach us over here, right? Your Fourth Amendment right is what? The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects citizens from unreasonable search and seizures by the government officials, requiring warrant based on probable cause and specifying the place to be searched and items to be seized. Okay? I'm going to repeat that again. When you take a plea deal, you are giving up your Fourth Amendment rights. Okay. The Fourth Amendment right, it protects you from the unreasonable search and seizures, meaning they can't search and they can't take your stuff. Okay. But when you plead the fifth, sorry, when you take a plea deal, you are absolutely giving up that right. You sign that paperwork, you are giving up your right. Thank you, Miss Renee. You are giving up the right. And I know folks were saying how Miles did not know the gun was in that glove compartment. He did not, it's not his. But here's the deal. Well, you know what? Before we all do that, let's go ahead and take a view of what he agreed to at the plea hearing. Okay. This is what he agreed to at the plea hearing. We're going to talk about that. This is what he agreed to. This is the plea hearing that he gave in front of Judge Whitaker back in December. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that, and then we'll discuss it. Okay, because I got more stuff to give you guys. We're going to be overloaded today. We're just going to keep going so we can understand. This is a teachable moment for all of us, not just those who just want entertainment. We need knowledge. Okay, we need knowledge. And I'm not a lawyer. I know that's Mel's cliche conversation, her title, but I am definitely not. I'm a layperson that likes to get knowledge and understanding of certain things, so I will avoid certain things. Sometimes you have to avoid some things you can't avoid, but there are some things by knowledge we can avoid it, and we're learning this morning. Okay, all right. Put on your thinking cap. Write down your pen. Get your pencil and paper, and let's get going and understanding what this is all about. I know it doesn't seem fair. I know it seems crazy and all this kind of stuff, but we need to learn. We need to understand what we are giving up, what's happening. And I say we because you never know what the circumstances are, what could happen later on. That's why I'm saying we. Okay. I'm not saying that everybody's in this situation, but you know what? You may find yourself in this situation, and now you have knowledge and you'll understand certain things, and you'll know to fight certain things. And but let's go ahead on and take get your notebooks and your pen. Get your dandy pen. I got mine. Got my notebook. Got it. Get yours. Get ready. Do I need a moment to get it? Do I need a moment? Tell me if you need a moment to get your pen and paper. Okay. We're gonna talk about the other YSL who's facing charges, y'all. It's not over. It's not over. And if you listen to the court, if you listen to McBurney, you listen to whatever court that's on, you hear these people that have taken plea deals and they are getting more charges, not only in the outside, but in the inside too. They're getting world charges while they're in jail right now. So get your paper, get your pen, and we're going to go over what Judge Whitaker told Miles when he was taking his plea deal. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead on and play this for a moment. Okay? Let's play this. Miles out.
All right, why don't y'all come on?
I'll let you sign before I ask you more questions.
And Mr. Abbate, maybe reposition the mic while he's doing that.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, this is Miles. This is Miles and his attorney, Manasses. This is attorney Ignacio Manasses. Okay? And this is Miles Farley standing right next to him, the one with the hair that's all out. Because remember, Miles was the only one of the YSL group who actually got a bond. His bond was over $650,000. His grandmother had to give up her house. She had to, as part of the bond deal, and thank God she was able to get her not her property not taken away, because he did somehow stay. He had one hiccup where his GPS monitoring ankle bracelet hit close to the Cleveland Avenue area, and the judge did have a hearing and he did not revoke his bond, but he did have just one hiccup back in June, I think. Other than that, he abide by everything that the bond hearing required him. Now that he has taken the plea deal, he went back to the Cleveland Avenue area. That was the biggest no-no, first of all, to go back over there by Hateville Avenue, which is very, very close. That's the Cleveland Avenue area. Go, those that knows that area, Old Hateville, whatever, Hateville, whatever that name is. That is definitely the Cleveland Avenue. He should have stayed away from that area because the police presence and the gang unit presence is very, very strong over there. Okay. He riding in a car that has heavy tint. Then he's in the car. They didn't see a seatbelt on him. We read the arrest report. We read it. And I know it's unfair that they're being targeted, but you guys know, don't go in that area. You know they're looking at you. Don't go in there. Stay away from it. Okay? But okay, here we go.
Ms. Crowley, could you state your true, correct, and legal name for the record? Farley. And Mr. Farley, are you at this time taking under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medicine? No. Is there any medication that you take daily or regularly that you have not taken today that would affect your ability to understand why you're here? No. And how old are you, sir? And how far have you gone in school? I got a bachelor's degree.
Guys, he has a bachelor degree, and you know he's not that statistic. You know, the statistics say most of these guys don't have a high school diploma. He is beyond that statistic, so he should be successful. He went beyond that statistic. Remember when one of the judge was talking about how those that are going in the revolving doors of the jail are those who don't have a high school diploma, and one of the things they try to do is make sure they all get GEDs, they all get a chance to graduate out of high school. Miles does not fit in that statistic. He's beyond that. He got a bachelor's degree, y'all, and he was a business owner. All right.
26 and got a bachelor's degree. Sir, are you able to read, write, and understand the English language? Yes. And do you understand you are charged in indictment number 22 SC 183572 with count 1, conspiracy to violate RICO, count 49, which is related to the homicide of Mr. Drinks, counts 50 and 51, which are both participation in criminal street gang activity, and then count 54, which is a possession of a firearm and the commission of felony. You understand you're currently charged or indicted with those counts. Yes. And do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you pled not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial. Yes. And has your attorney, Mr. Menendez, gone over the rights that you're waiving by taking?
You hear this, right? He asked him, have you gone over with your attorney the rights that you are giving up? You guys, y'all hear that, right? The rights that you are giving up by pleading guilty. There are rights that he is waiving, that he has given up by taking this plea deal. So he is signing off on that paperwork saying, hey, I am willing to give up these rights. No matter how wrong I think they may be, I am giving it up for this plea deal. Everybody's understanding me and what I'm saying on that? You guys are hearing me? I know sometimes we don't listen to the words about what's being said. We got to fully understand. He said, it says right here, the right that you're waiving by taking a guilty plea here today. Everybody all the lawyers that come up in this chat, these chats, and YouTube lawyers who say, oh, they shouldn't search the car, she shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. He has given up those rights, y'all. He gave up those rights. When he stood in front of that podium, he swore, because remember, they had him to swear, and he signed off on them. So he has waived every single right that is being depicted on this paperwork. Okay, he has given up those rights. All right, let's continue.
Guilty plea here today, sir. Yes. And are you satisfied with the services that your attorney has provided? Yes. And do you need any additional time to talk to your counsel about any of the?
You hear this, right? They're giving them time. Okay, hey, maybe you did not understand everything. We're going to give you a little bit of time to go over this with your counsel. Do you need the time? Do you need any few minutes to change your mind? Yes or no? Are you ready to go forward? Are you sure you want us to go ahead on and do this? Are you positively sure that you want to take this plea deal? This is your last moment. Let us know. Are you sure? And what did he say? He said these words.
Facts, circumstances regarding the charges and the circumstances of this case. No. And Mr. Menendez, do you waive formal reading of the indictment?
So waived.
Do you waive any and all defects in the indictment, including?
Even if there's a mistake on the indictments or anything on this paperwork, do you waive any defects? Even if the name's spelled wrong, do you waive any of these defects? And what did they say?
Any with respect to your client's name for the purposes of this hearing or plea?
Yes, so waived.
They waived it. Get it? If you see something wrong on that paperwork and you look at it and say, oh, they got the wrong address. Oh, they said this. No, you waived it because you said any defects on this paperwork. I saw there waive it. Okay. I waive it. Can't come back later on and say, oh, I didn't remember one situation. Can't come back and say, oh, I didn't read this right. No, they give you an opportunity to change your mind, read it over, go over it. And you're saying I waive any defects. Any defects. I know it's not fair, but you said I waive it.
And Mr. Farley, has your attorney spoken to you about the minimum and maximum penalty for the counts that you're pleading guilty to? Is and he advised that for count 1, RICO, the minimum is 5 years, the maximum is 20 years.
Remember, we talked about that yesterday. I said I believe that Judge Whitaker is going to stick it to them. And I told y'all the minimum, yesterday, the minimum was 5, right? I told y'all that. And they gave him the lowest amount in the plea deal. They gave him 5 years probation. And I said to you guys yesterday when I went to the courtroom, I said that Judge Whitaker is not playing with this gang situation. She is going to give them the minimum. This is my mindset. I said it. She's going to give them at least that 5 years, but I think it's going to be between 7 and 10. That's what I said. Remember that? And there's a video of this. They got transcript of this, what's being said, and the judge witnesses herself of her giving him this information. So he is fully aware. And then he also has his attorney who's there. They're in agreement with each other. This is what's going to happen. Guys, I'm just giving y'all the full view of everything. And for us to understand, we can't use ignorance as a form of defense. Or I didn't understand it. You can't use that as a defense because you got all of this stuff around. You got everything around. So now when the judge go in, she might have mercy on him now, right? But the mercy is going to be at least 5 years. And y'all heard that. The minimum and the maximum. Okay? I don't think she's going to give the maximum, but she's going to give him something to for him to feel it and understand, because he had an opportunity.
Yes. And do you have any questions as it relates to that count, the single count you'll be pleading guilty to? No. And sir, do you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty, which means the state and your counsel will offer a joint recommendation to the court as to...
It's an agreement. Both sides agreed to these terms. Joint mean together. They both agreed to this. It wasn't just, if it was a non-negotiated when one side didn't agree with the other, and the judge has to be the one to be the referee to make the final decision. But this was a negotiated, meaning that his attorney and the state came to some sort of agreement, and this is what we come up with, and we just want the judge to sign off on it. She can accept this or she cannot. It's up to the judge. The final has the final say. But right now, both sides have agreed to these terms of this plea agreement. Okay.
The sentencing recommended for the count that you're pleading guilty to, so the court does not have to follow that recommendation, and she can sentence you as she sees fit up to the max.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna hold off on the question, but I do want to answer Miss Observer's question. Miss Observer says, is this a revocation hearing before or after his case hearing? This is the plea deal. We're just playing back what was said in court before he took the plea deal and what the judge said to him, what rights he had been given up. And I'm just trying to get people to understand this. If he beats the case, would this even be an issue? Beat what case? If he beats the case, will this even be what case will he beat? What case will he beat? He already pleaded guilty to the case. Okay, Miss Observer, you came in late. You might have to rewind it. Regardless, he definitely is in violation. Listen to what was said in court. 1 second. Let me just go ahead on and play this to you guys so you guys can hear what was said in court. And this is what the judge is going to remind him, because yesterday when I was in court, she reminded those who were being brought in violation by the state. And there is going to be a hearing, of course, on whether or not she agrees with the state. Okay? There's going to be a hearing, and there's going to have witnesses and things like that.
For the charge. Do you have any questions about that? No.
Is he just pleading to count one and y'all are null processing the rest as a part of the agreement?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
Now, do you understand? Mr. Farley, do you understand that this plea may be used to enhance sentencing on other convictions in this jurisdiction, as well as in other jurisdictions, including the federal courts? Yes. And do you also understand that if you are not a United States citizen, a guilty plea will affect your immigration status and will result in deportation, regardless of any advice given to you by your attorney or anyone else? Yes. Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses by entering a plea of guilty here today, sir? Yes. Do you also understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the following rights: the right to a trial by jury, the right to remain silent and to not incriminate yourself, the right to confront witnesses against you, the right to the assistance of counsel hired by you or court appointed if you are unable to afford an attorney for the trial of your case, the right to the presumption of innocence, the right to testify on your own behalf and to present other evidence, the right to subpoena witnesses and to compel the production of evidence, the right to have the charges proved against you beyond a reasonable doubt by the state of Georgia and the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after trial. You understand by taking a guilty plea here today that you're waiving or giving up all of those rights?
Yes.
And Mr. Farley, has anyone forced, threatened, or promised you anything to get you to enter a guilty plea here today?
No.
And are you pleading guilty, sir, because you have decided in speaking with your counsel, Mr. Menendez, that you believe that it is in your best interest to do so?
Yes.
And are you aware that even if you're not admitting guilt, as you're pleading under North Carolina versus Alford, if the court accepts this plea of guilty, places you in the same position as if you were convicted after a jury trial?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you plead to count one, conspiracy to violate the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act in indictment number 22 SC 183572?
Guilty on the Alfred.
And Mr. Farley, is this Alford guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with full knowledge of the charge that you're pleading guilty to?
Yes.
And do you understand that you may have a limited right to appeal this guilty plea conviction?
Yes.
Do you also understand that you have only 4 years from today for a felony charge to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this guilty plea?
Yes.
Has that been-
Challenging anything about the constitutionality of the guilty plea, understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I want to make sure he.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Do you also understand, sir, that you have 30 days from today to file a direct appeal from this guilty plea, and until the end of this term of court to file a motion seeking to withdraw this guilty plea, which doesn't mean that the court necessarily would grant it or not. It's just that's the time constraints that you have to file under those areas of the law.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
All right, and your attorney, Mr. Menendez, will represent you until 30 days from now or the last day of this term of court, whichever is later. And he would be the one to file any of those things on your behalf unless he is allowed to withdraw before that time. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And just so the record's clear, I just provided to Ms. Percival the indictment, which was signed by all parties as it relates to
All right.
the defendant's guilty plea to count one, conspiracy to commit RICO. Your Honor, had this case proceeded to trial, the state would have shown beyond a reasonable doubt that between January 24th of 2013 and May 8th of 2022, this defendant, Mr. Farley, in conjunction with his fellow co-defendants, co-conspirators, known YSL associates, did unlawfully conspire to conduct and participate directly and indirectly in the enterprise YSL. In doing so, they did it through a pattern of racketeering activity, conducting and participating in YSL with the same common objectives, which were to preserve, protect, and enhance the reputation of the enterprise, that being YSL, doing so by protecting the power and territory of known YSL strongholder areas through acts of violence, also through other means such as social media, posting messages, images, and things of that nature. That's what the state would have shown as it relates to Mr. Farley and his involvement as it relates to the enterprise YSL and his association, Your Honor.
All right, I assume at least some of the evidence would have been the same as or similar to what was presented at the trial of some of the co-defendants that just was completed a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, Your Honor, very much.
All right, so I'll take that into consideration with regard to the factual basis as well. All right, anything else from the state?
Nothing further. The recommendation as it relates to, or the joint recommendation that the parties would make into the court, it's my understanding that the defendant obviously would like to tender his plea under North Carolina versus Alford. And I neglected to ask Mr. Farley, but it's also my understanding he qualifies for the first offender or treatment, and he is asking that the court treat him as a first offender, which the state has no objection to either. And the recommendation will be 5 years to be served on probation.
All right, Mr. Farley, has your attorney discussed with you the First Offender Act and what all that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and have you all discussed the potential upsides and downs?
Everyone that is coming in right now, This is the original plea deal that occurred in December. This is just to remind everyone what he pleaded to, for everyone to understand what rights that he gave up when he took this plea deal, and also just to remind us of what Judge RICO did say to him. And because I went to court yesterday and I was telling you how she's been very, very hard on gang activity, gang situation. And I wanted to play this for everyone. So those that are coming in who's asking whether or not he's gone to court yet, no, he has not gone to court with the new charge. Excuse me. The only thing they did was give him bond for the charge. Excuse me. He got a $25,000 bond, which he bonded out on the 9th of this month. He got out of jail the 9th, which I'm going to show you all this information. And also I have some updates on some other YSL members that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. But in the meantime, hold your questions off to the end. Write them down so you don't forget them, because it might take me a minute to get through this. But I just wanted to give you guys a little overview of what happened in court, because sometimes we might have forgot what the judge said. And one of the things she said in court yesterday, she said, when I talked to you about this particular case, when you took these deals, I gave you your options or whatever it was on that case. And she basically said, I know I gave it to you, so you did not follow through with what was agreed. You assured me you understood, and now we're watching in real time something that happened in the past regarding what the judge said. And even she tried to clarify it with the state to make sure it's on record. And she's going to go back and review the record now. I'm just going to tell you, Judge Whitaker is one of those type of judge. She used to be a prosecutor. So she's going to cross all her T's and dot all her I's. So once she makes a decision, she knows that it's not going to come back if it goes to Supreme Court or Supreme Court. Okay. So that's why I'm playing this back for you guys as a reminder. Okay.
Sides of that,
Yes, ma'am.
you understand that if you successfully complete, if I sentence you in accord with what has been negotiated, if you successfully complete the probationary time without having any violations of your probation, that at the end of that, you would not be a convicted felon. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand as well that if you do not successfully complete that probationary period and your probation is revoked, that not only could you be revoked for that 5 years, but the court could actually adjudicate you guilty, find you guilty, not under first offender, but just straight guilty, and impose up to 20 years imprisonment for the count to which you are pleading guilty under Alfred. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Menendez, is there anything else that the defense would like to place on the record?
Yes, Judge, I just want to add a little bit of nuance to the plea in case the court's not as familiar, because a lot of it was on the front end. Mr. Farley is an HBCU graduate with no criminal record. And it's actually his marketing and his genius work as a businessman that even brought him into all of this, which is why we're asking the court to sentence us under Alfred. In 2019, him and a friend created a clothing item, a hat that was like a satirical play on the Trump hat where it said, "Make America Slime Again," instead of "Make America Great Again." And Your Honor, the clothing brand never said anything about YSL. It was just using this youth term, slime, which I'm sure by now the court knows can have many different meanings in many different contexts. Mr. Farley is born and raised in the Cleveland Avenue area, and he does exemplify a lot of the great qualities of the people of that area, his creativity, intelligence, tenacity, his bravery in taking things this far, Your Honor, putting his foot down when he was faced with this, government abuse. But what he did next, Your Honor, is he went to Miles College, and then despite having a vast network of opportunity from his bachelor's degree in business, he returned home because he is a family person. His dad is here in the yellow hoodie in the back. He's also an entrepreneur. That's where Miles gets a lot of that from. And so, Your Honor, when Mr. Farley made this clothing brand, he built off of the hat. In 2020, he made an LLC for Make America Slime Again, and he's actually employed by a record label to be a handler for a musical artist. And then he used those associations and that presence to promote his brand and to have his clothing be as visible as possible. He started making custom pieces for different artists and different people. And Your Honor, if you remember from the evidence that was presented, Mr. Farley's always wearing his own clothing, and he's only ever promoted his clothing for the purpose of himself and his business and his family. And so that's why, Your Honor, I think the most sincere and appropriate way to resolve this case is under Alford. The state, in that respect, did the right thing with its discretion, dropping the murder case. Mr. Farley had nothing to do with the death of Mr. Drinks. And so, Judge, he's been on house arrest. He's been totally compliant. He's not a gang member. He's never committed a crime in his entire life. But he is wearing an ankle monitor. He is confined to his home. It's better than jail, but I think we all know after COVID that that's not necessarily ideal. And he just doesn't want to go to trial. And that's why I think Alfred is a textbook case for this type of situation. And so if the court has any questions, we just ask this honorable court to accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay, well, I mean, it would be determined by a jury at trial whether his involvement in the case is only because of his marketing and business acumen or something further than that, something criminal. But in tendering a guilty plea under Alford, Mr. Farley, you are admitting that while you do not believe you have committed the crime of conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, you are acknowledging that there is sufficient evidence that the state could present to a jury from which a jury could conclude that you are guilty of that crime. You understand that, right?
Yes.
All right. All right. I find there to be a factual basis for this plea. I will accept it under Alford, and I'll permit it under the First Offender Act. And I find the plea to be freely, knowingly, voluntarily, intelligently entered with an understanding of the consequences. And in accord with the negotiated recommendation, I am going to sentence you to 5 years probation. And as we discussed before, how you perform during the next 5 years of this probation is going to determine whether you finish that. A person who can say that they do not have any felony conviction, or whether you might be spending some time potentially incarcerated. So it's entirely up to you how you comport yourself and how you choose to behave going forward. What ultimately will happen at or before the end of that 5 years. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are there any special conditions to this probation? Have y'all negotiated any?
The state didn't have any special conditions, obviously, other than follow the law.
Okay. All right. Well, that is the sentence of the court. I need to ask if you have a weapons carry license. Do you have a license? Okay.
No.
All right. That's fine.
You heard she asked him, do you have a weapons carry license? He says, no, ma'am.
And while you cannot have any firearms during the course of your probation, if you successfully complete all your probation, you'd be able to possess firearms again. All right, Mr. Farley.
Would have been able to carry a firearm because of the first offender agreement. After the 5-year probationary time has expired, he would have been able to regain all his rights as a non-convicted felon. But we don't know what's going to happen.
Good luck to you. I know that you have a very successful business, and let's just make sure that that business is on the up and up and that you are following the law. All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And is there somebody here from probation?
If he would wait, Ms. Jolly is on the way.
All right. Mr. Menadas, wait until the probation officer, Ms. Jolly, can meet with y'all and get all of that taken care of.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Yeah, that'll be fine. And after you meet with her, then you are excused. Thank you. All right. Are there?
Okay. Now, we're not going to go through the paperwork on what and what it says. But if you guys can remember when Judge Manning is talking about some of the special conditions in regarding to somebody who is on bond or probation, one of the things she always says, you can't be near a gun. You can't hold a replica of a gun, meaning if a gun looks like it's real, you can't even touch one of them. You can't even have the idea. If you feel somebody is with you, is not doing the right things, you stay away from that person. You get what I'm saying? If you, and I know a lot of people have said, and a lot of people are saying they're picking on them, but if you're going into that area, the Cleveland area, where they know that the gang territory is very, very high, and during your probation, you stayed away. That was one of the special conditions when he was on probation, to stay away from that area. And where did he get caught at? Where did he get caught? On Hakeville. That is the Cleveland gang YSL territory area. Guys, you understand? He wasn't down the street on Rockaway Boulevard. He was in the Cleveland area where there is gang unit expert. Jasmine, there was a gun in the glove compartment. He had it near reach. He had remember, gun cannot be near your reach and near your person. That gun was inside the glove compartment of the vehicle. Whether he knows it, that's the thing. You have to secure your own freedom. You have to secure, especially if you know you're on probation, y'all. And I'm just giving it for educational purposes. If you know you are on probation, your probation is not over with, you have not completed your probation, it is your duty. It is your duty. It is your duty, your responsibility to make sure that your surrounding is in the up and up, okay? You can't trust the people around you. You cannot trust your freedom on somebody else. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you know personally you are on, just like for example with me, y'all, just like with me, I'm going to give you my example. Right now, I am on a bond, right? Because of my case. My case is still lingering, right? I don't get in the car with nobody that I only stay in my car. You get what I'm saying? And if somebody uses my car, I go and check my car out to make sure that nobody left anything in my car to say, hey, if I get stopped, I get in trouble for it. No. You get what I'm saying? Because I know right now I am on probation. I don't go there. Let me tell you how secure I am with my probation, right? The individual who got the charges on me, right? That individual, because I was working in the courtroom and everything, right? That in the, because one of my probation, not probation, my bond request special condition is I have to stay 200 feet away from this person, right? This person knew that I am in the courtroom every day. So this person decided to come to the courtroom that I am working at. I have a Rule 22. When I walk out the elevator, I see the person by the door. You know what I did? Because I called my attorney and I told my attorney, this person is here. I am supposed to be working here. I got a Rule 22. I'm supposed to be in here. He says, you get a deputy and explain to the deputy what your situation is. I contacted the deputy, the supervisor, and I said to the supervisor, here's my Rule 22. I showed him my Rule 22. I'm supposed to be in the courtroom upstairs. But the person that has put these charges on me is at the door right now. I cannot go 200 feet towards that person. But this is my job. I am working here. I'm trying to provide stuff for my people, my YouTube, because they see me on YouTube. The deputy went over to the person, because I have to secure my own freedom. You understand what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I am abiding by my rules and regulation of my bond, right? I went to the supervisor. The supervisor went to that person and asked that person, are you supposed to be here? Because she was here first and she's supposed to be here. She has to be in there. He told the person, when you come, you sit over here. He put me all the way up in the front, right behind the attorneys, right? At least far away. And he told her, when you leave this door, and she's going to leave that door. Do not go near her, because you can't antagonize a person. If I'm making sure because the bond is against me, so I have to make sure I'm protected. If I see this person, just like when we were doing the rally thing, I saw the person. What I did is I walked away, because I know I am the one that would get in trouble if they see me around that person. I have to secure my own freedom, because they think it's a joke, but I don't think me going to that right street and all that, it's not a joke for me. So I have to secure it. I have to check my environment. I have to make sure the people around me don't have anything that will cause me to not have my freedom. So that's why I'm talking to you guys this way, educating, because I know what I signed. I know what my responsibility is. Nobody else's responsibility to keep me out of jail. You get what I'm saying? Until my case is completely finished, I have to protect myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have to protect myself. I know what the judge says to me. I know what my bond company tells me to do. They said to make sure if you're supposed to be in a specific place and that person shows up, either you leave or find a way that you can stay. If you have a right to be in that particular place, you contact the authority, you tell them what's going on, and then let them handle it. And that's what I did. That's what I did. Because now, if they say the police officer arrests me, they'll know that she came to me. They can testify. She came to me. She had her Rule 22. She is supposed to be here. The person didn't have a Rule 22. She's doing her job. This is her job. This is the way she makes her living. I can be her witness of what she did to keep herself safe from violating the rules of the bond condition. And that's why I'm telling you, it is your responsibility as a person that's on probation or a person that's on bond to secure your own freedom. Don't rely on anybody else. You know what I mean? If you're going to get in a car, make sure the car that you're getting into don't have the things that will violate your probation. It is your responsibility. And that's what my attorney told me. And every time I find myself in a situation, I contact my attorney. You should see how many text messages I have on my attorney. Anything that I see, anything that is done, my attorney sees it. Every time somebody says crap about me that's done by that person, my attorney has every bit of it, because I am going to protect myself. Y'all understand what I'm saying by that? I know it's unfair. I know this, they could be picking on you and all that. Stay away from the environment. Stay away from that area. If you can, I'm saying, but if you have a job, say that Miles had a store. He has a right to be in that store, right? He will show the police officer, hey, this is my store here. I have my license. This is my lease for here. Blah 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 blah. I'm supposed to be here, and get a cop to what do you call it? To be security of that particular area, and you understand what I'm saying? Secure your freedom in any way possible. Don't let other people fool you. Don't trust nobody else with your freedom. That's what I'm saying. And sugar, yeah, sweet sugar. I agree with you on that. Just like Shannon. I think Shannon and Jeffrey is going to be the most successful individual. You know why? Because they're not going to be in the area where they could, how they have the police stabled over there and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Stable, or their police is always there. I think those two are going to be the most successful. Shannon has a spouse that is an attorney. She knows the rules. She knows the regulation. All he has to do is listen to her, and he will stay out of trouble. Jeffrey's way in another state. It seems unfair that he can't be, but you know what? Sometimes it's the best thing to stay where. Sometimes God is moving us from our environment so we can do better, be better. You don't have to stay there. Do you understand what I'm saying? It seems hard in the beginning and it seems unfair, but I think it's a protection. I think it's a protection for him. I believe that Jeffrey is going to be successful. I believe Shannon is going to be successful because they are not in that environment that they can get caught up. The people that stays around here, because I even told Woody, you need to get away from the area, because the more you stay around there, the more the likelihood of you getting in trouble, getting caught is going to be. Because you see that the other day, he was on his live and he, I think somebody was being arrested. Did you guys see that? Somebody was being arrested. He was like, no, that's my nephew. That's our nephew. Don't do that. You get emotional. If you stay away from there, you ain't got to worry about that kind of stuff. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead on and continue. Now, I had said I got some more stuff for you guys, right? I got some more stuff for you guys. Do you guys remember Quay Nichols? Do you guys remember Nichols? Who remember Nichols? I got two things came up. You guys take a look at my live last night. I had an individual who brought us some information yesterday. One of the information that they brought us into in this chat, you guys go do your homework and check out my live. Yes, I need the views anyway. She came up in my live. If you go to for a certain spot and you'll see two individuals in my chat on my panel. And I'm only giving you a hint. I need you guys to go do the homework. You saw two individuals on my panel with me, and one individual came in and gave us some intel, right? And that intel told us that Miles, same person we just watched, he just paid a $2,500 bond to get out of jail, right? His bond is going to be taken because he is going to be officially charged. And the bond he paid is going to be lost because they're going to arrest him. That's what I was told. And she said that Abbate had made a call to the probation officer for him to turn himself in. How unfair is that, y'all? How unfair is that? But I've been looking at the paperwork to see if he has turned himself in. It hasn't done so yet. But now, Quay. You guys remember Quay is supposed to come home in July this month. I mean, not this month, this year, July this year. Well, y'all, as of February 21st, let me show it to you guys. Let me show it to y'all. Hold on. Hold on. As of, you see his name up here, Quamarius Nichols. Can y'all see? Can you guys see? Should I make it bigger for y'all? Can you guys see this? Should I make it bigger? Can y'all see that? Y'all can't see? You want to make it bigger? Come on, y'all. Can y'all see that? Come on, y'all. Hurry. Come on. Come on. Come on, y'all. Wake up. Listen. Can y'all see this? You can't see it. Okay, let me make it bigger for y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make it bigger. Since y'all can't see. Okay, I'm making it bigger. Okay. I'm making it bigger. Hold on. Can y'all see it now? Is it big enough for y'all to see it? Can y'all eyeball see it? Can you guys see it? Tell me yes if you can see it so I can go ahead and show y'all. Y'all can see it? You said better? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Now, I'm going to go down to the to down here. Look at this. You see the arrest warrant? EW 04027 2879 riot in the penal institution. And guess what? That happened on 5/14/23, right? And he had a bond, and it says transferred to agency for pending charges, right? You see that, right? And this is during the trial, right? You see that, right? You guys see that? Do you see it? All right. So y'all guys just see that, right? Let me show you. And she gave us this intel yesterday, but let me show you what's going on. Let me show you. Let me show y'all. Hold on. I had screenshotted this morning so I can be prepared for you guys to see this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I just got to pull it up for y'all. Hold on. I need to show y'all. Y'all ready? I'm going to bring it up for you guys so you guys can see. All right. You guys see this right here? You see his name right here? And you see the case number? 25 SC 007097. We're going to go into that case right here. Look, on February 21st, 2025, they officially charged him. He has a case number, indicted him. For what? What did we saw in there? From 5/14/2023. Right? What was it? A riot in the penal institution. It gives you the statute number, and then it's a felony. You guys see that? And this is his new attorney. Y'all see that, right? You see that, right? And there was this charge what he got during the time in jail while the YSL case was going on. And you see this, when did this happen? The day after my birthday last month. Y'all see that, right? Yes, that's the same person, Jasmine. Now you see that. You see this, right? Revolving door, y'all. You guys already know that Little Rod, his appeal was denied. Y'all know that. So he is still in jail serving life sentence. I know that. Yes, the Quay that sat next to Bruce Harvey. Yes, the one that sat in the back. Yes. And so Miles Farley is being told that he has to turn himself in. And you already know there are a couple of the other ones that was the YSL. They have charges that are pending. They have 2 individuals who violated their probation. Remember the one that was caught shoplifting at the store? Remember, his is still lingering over his head because they never called him in for that. But he testified. They want him to testify in the next trial as well. When he leave, he had his probation thing, and they did not revoke his, but they probably want him to testify as well too for the next trial. So, guys, you see why I'm trying to help us to protect our own freedom. I believe that that is why they gave them the time they did on probation, because they knew they would be back for something else. Shake my head. They gotta be smarter than this. Naughty Lynn said the system is a setup. But see, Naughty, that's why we have to be very, well, I'm gonna talk for me. I have to be very, very vigilant about my safety, my freedom, because there are people out there who wants you to fail, who wants you to go to jail. Because I know a lot of people have been on the internet wishing my jail for me to go to jail. have been saying things, have been contacting judge, have been contacting different people to make sure that I go to jail. Right. So you can imagine them, what's happening with them. There are people in this world who are that evil, want you to spend time in jail. You guys know, come on now. They were contacting the judge left and right, got my Rule 22 taken away. There are people who just hate people, period. Hate you. Don't know you, but just hate you. There are people that hate them, despise them, don't want them to succeed. Okay, so you guys see this, right? And Mr. Duncan, no, I would agree with Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan, you weren't here in the live yesterday. Someone did come in here and say that they made a phone call and they are requesting that his probation officer let him know he needs to turn himself in. You weren't on live yesterday. Someone came on. If y'all want to see the live, go to my live and go check it out. Because the person that came on gave us some 411 about nickels, and that's why I went into the paper to the system and checked it out, and it's there. It's there. Nisi, love, thank you, sweetheart. Let them know. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like me, you like the information I'm bringing, right? Just hit the like button. Let this thing go out so people could get some information and be knowledgeable. Hey, Charger. I do have some information to give you guys of dates, because those of you guys who are not in here, I'm going to give you guys some dates. Look at the hard time Mr. Kendrick is getting, the hard time he's having. Look at the hard time he's having. Look, he beat the case. He won. He got a not guilty on all charges. And where is he at right now, y'all? Where is Kendrick right now? DeMonte Kendrick, where's he at right now? He's still in Rice Street. Still in Rice Street, still trying to get out. Still trying to get out. And he was found not guilty. He caught some world-free charges while in jail. Yep. Yep. Duncan, I was in court yesterday. I was in court yet, and I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you what I saw, what I experienced. She's not playing with the whole gang stuff. I'm telling y'all, she's not playing at all. She is not playing. She's not. She sees them coming in and out as a revolving door. And that's why education, be getting knowledge and utilizing and implementing the knowledge in our lives will help out, help combat some of the stuff that these people are going through. We can't move by emotion, y'all. We gotta think. We gotta be logical. We gotta put it on our thinking cap and finding ways to help these individuals, to keep them out of trouble. Keep them from being in an environment like that. I'm telling you, at first I thought it was unfair that the judge put that stipulation on Jeffrey, but I think that was the best thing right now. I think that was the best thing. It seems unfair, but y'all, sometimes we have to get out the familiar, explore other opportunities. Abraham didn't stay in where he came from. He went on, ventured out someplace else. I have to go biblical on y'all. Seriously, I have to go biblical. Just like, guys, I know some of you guys have seen his son on the on social media, and you see some of the stuff that was going, and some people was cringing and they were like, ooh, and some people was going in, and hopefully someone has stepped in to help Jeffrey's son for him not to fall into that trap, Mikhail, no, I have not talked to him. No, I have not. But I know they looking at this channel. That's why I'm using this education here. Fellas, y'all know y'all be watching in here because I know some of you guys told me y'all watching. You guys, this is basically for you. I know y'all watching. Listen to Auntie Sylvia. Remember Auntie Sylvia? You call me Auntie Sylvia? Listen to Auntie Sylvia. Listen to her because this is for you. My chat think I'm talking to them. No, I'm talking to y'all. Because y'all told me y'all watch my channel. Y'all told me. So this is for you. While you're out here on your probation, protect your probation. Protect your freedom. Don't allow anybody to be the person to secure your freedom. Only you can do that. And you know who to stay away from. You know what you need to do. If the judge said get a job, get a job. If the judge says get your GED, contact your probation officer because they're supposed to be the person out there helping you out to maneuver in this world of freedom, so you do not, so you could be successful. Utilize that probation officer. Contact that probation officer. Anything that, even if you bump your toe, contact that probation officer because that probation officer supposed to have resources for you. Because I heard the judge told that probation officer yesterday. Since he's been out 2 years, you guys, what did you do for him? Did you provide him with this? Did you provide him with that? They are your liaison for you to help you to succeed in this outside world. While you have the supervisory conditions and stuff like that, use them. Call them. Tell them I can't find a job. They have to help you to find a job. Tell them your school's not open and doesn't have any research. Call them because they got to be the one to do the legwork. So y'all paying that money every single month. So they got to do their job. Contact them. Make sure they're helping you out. And then if they're not, write a letter to the judge. Say, hey, judge, I contact my probation officer. Secure your freedom. Secure your freedom. Make sure that you are vigilant in making sure that you follow whatever rules it is. Go back and look through that paperwork again. Say, hey, it says for me stay away from Cleveland Avenue when I was on probation. Stay away from that Cleveland Avenue. Don't go near there. Don't go. Find another store. Get away from over there. If it said no smoking, no drinking, don't drink. Don't forget the weed. Get the weed later on when your probation is over with. Even if it means 15 years of not touching it. You could live without it. You wasn't born with weed. You could live without it. All the puff folks in the chat, y'all know y'all can live without that weed. Drink more water. Drink more water. It's more healthier. Secure your hashtag. Secure your freedom. For real. Don't let anybody else fool you now. Because unless you want to go back in there, unless you like that life inside that jail. Me, I can't stand it. It only take one time for me, and it wasn't even my fault on that one, but only one time. But yeah, drink more water. Hashtag drink more water. But let me go show you guys. I'm about to get off because my time frame of I try not to be on here more than an hour and a half. But let me show you guys what we have coming up, the dates we have coming up for our cases. All right, hold on. We have a few cases coming up, and I want to give you guys dates. And hold on a second. I know she sent me that thing. And where did I put it at, y'all? CMT sent me the where is it? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Where is it, y'all? Finder, where's my finder? Yeah, where is my stuff at? I hate this sometimes. I don't know how to use Apple, and I'm still like learning. And there is something I had on here, and I wanted to. Okay, they go to documents. Hold on. Download. I downloaded earlier. Where is my? There we go. Where's my dates? Hold on now. Hold on. We need the dates. This is the date. Oh, there we go. We found it. I didn't label it right. Hold on. I gotta label it. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go, good people. I got it. All right. Here's our dates of what we have coming up. All right. Here we go. My lovely people. Y'all ready? Here's the dates that we have coming up. Okay. We have March 19th, 2025. We have Gregory King's hearing. Well, it's not actually his, it's his co-defendant, the immunity hearing, where they're going to talk about whether or not they're going to allow them to have immunity from being prosecuted because they're doing the defense of they have a right to protect themselves. They have a right to protect their property. So that's on the 19th of March. And then on March 20th, you have the 4PF preliminary hearing. This is the one where those two teenagers were murdered by allegedly murdered by the 4PF gang. They have the preliminary hearing that's on the 20th of March. Then you have March 27th and 28th. You're going to have the YSL 2 people coming in for a hearing. And I think it's Eppinger is the one that's coming in for a hearing. Okay. Then you have March 28th. Wait a minute. CMT, we don't have the date for Miles yet. That's tentatively. We don't know if the facts of Miles is on that calendar for that yet. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. CMT, do you have Miles pre-indictment? Hold on a second. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. She gave me something I don't think we're prepared for yet. Hold on. Is she in here, y'all? CMT in here? Okay, because she put it on here and I wasn't prepared to put that on here yet, y'all. Let's see, my girl. Shout out to CMT, y'all. She's my secretary. I be telling her certain things and she be on it, y'all. Shout out to CMT. Hold on. I need to find out something with Miles Farley. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Let me go ahead on and do this for Miles. When is his birthday? I think his birthday. I can't remember his birthday. Never mind. Let's see. No, it hasn't been put in here yet. So we're gonna forget about Miles on the 28th because we don't have the date on that yet. We don't have the date. The date was given to us by the young lady that was in our chat yesterday. So we don't have the date. So just put that Miles date tentatively in your head. Don't secure it there. But on 4/9, which is April 9th, you're gonna have Yak coming back to Judge Whitaker. And also you have the Keithion Mobley, he's coming back for his bond revocation, his probation revocation. And those are the dates that we have thus far for in the Fulton County court system. Okay. You guys know that I plan on being at the Diddy's trial in May. Plan on being there. And also I plan on being in Michigan for the hearing on June 20th with Jarvis Butts. And I may be going to Florida in September, but for the YW Melly, that one. May be going there because my cousin lives there. So she's right there in the Fort Lauderdale area. So those are the things that we're tentatively doing over here in the infamous Sylvia channel. And I'm trying to bring it all to you. What I did is I did contact Michigan's court system to try to get Jarvis case is in October 6th. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all want to see that too? Let me go ahead and show you that. Hold on. Jarvis's case. All right. This is Jarvis's case right now, y'all. You know, I keep you guys abreast of everything. Hold on. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see. Y'all can see this? This is Jarvis Butts' case. This is Jarvis Butts. This is what he's charged with: homicide, murder first degree, premeditated, child sexually abuse, commercial activity, criminal sexual conduct, second degree, and then 4. Those are the charges, right? And hold on a second. And you guys, let's go down here. This is what's the status right now. They had a conference going, right? And this is a transcript. I requested the transcript so we could see what actually happened, because the news didn't tell us everything. So we could read what the judge said, what the person said, and things like that. We're going to get to try transcripts on that, right? There's the final conference, which is the one June 20th, 9:00. And then they said trial by jury starts on 10/6. Well, they're going to be doing jury selection, and it depends how long jury selection takes. And then after jury selection, then you'll have the opening arguments and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So this is what's going on. You guys had a chance to look at it? And that is for Jarvis Butts. You said, how am I going to court for Diddy? You didn't cover anything on it. Yes, I did. That's because you did not watch anything on my live. Go and check. You'll see I have some lives with Diddy, talk about certain things. The reason why I didn't cover all things is most of those things that he has are basically civil charges, lawsuits. That majority of those things that you keep seeing through here is the lawsuits, and I'm not covering lawsuits, but the actual indictment, I did do that in the beginning. I mean, I can go back and do that again, but you know, when you don't watch, watch it, a lot of it's fluff. Exactly. A lot of it is, you know, repetitive. It's the same old stuff, and then it turns around and gets thrown out. Those the civil cases, I'm not reading them at all. If you guys want to read it, I could go find some place to read it at, but I'm not gonna read them. And I'm not getting the views. Y'all not sharing my stuff anyway. So why should I go break my neck trying to give you guys everything and then you're not sharing it? I got 190 something people between 2 channels. And you want me to break my neck to try to go read this stuff? Come on now. Come on. Y'all want every last minute of me and not giving me nothing. I'm talking about not giving me views, not sharing. When the last time you shared my stuff, Next Level? Yeah, it's a two-way street here, y'all. It's a two-way street. I mean, I can't be the only one finding stuff and giving it to you guys and giving me nothing. That's not a good relationship. Not a good relationship. Not a good relationship at all. One-sided relationship don't never work because the other person feel like they're used up. It takes two-way street. Agreement is like a handshake. Take 2 hands, not just one. 2 channels. Yeah, you listen, but do you share? She says, I listen to you all the time, but do you share? That's the question. Do you share? Do you tell other people, hey, go to Infamous channel? Here, do you know what? It's a two-way street, y'all. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. When I say share, y'all not engaging. I never see no comments in my chat. I don't see no, y'all not even engaging with me at all. You're not. I see the same people typing in the chat. See the same people typing in the comment area. YouTube see engagement. That's how they push my stuff out. If y'all guys are not engaging with me, y'all not doing anything, y'all want me to keep bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and eventually I'm gonna die. If I keep bleeding and bleeding. I'm just joking. So on that note, and y'all know I be going out there getting information, I dig and stuff like that, and the well runs dry after a while. It runs dry. You said stop talking like that? Why does everybody hate to talk about dying? Why is that? Why everybody hate? We're gonna die, y'all. We can't live forever. I don't want to live forever. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to have to wear no diapers. I don't want nobody to have to. I'm not afraid to die. We're gonna die. I'm just gonna tell you that, okay? She's talking about don't talk like that. We're gonna die. Hello? Next Level. How long ago was that? Jackie Johnson case been over a long time ago, ma'am. We in March. Just happy people are watching you and taking out time today to spend with you. Just be happy. Nah, it's not enough for me. I want more. We appreciate everything you do, Auntie. Thank you, Lee. I might just be happy. No, I want more. I want more. Nothing wrong with being wanting more. There's nothing wrong. Mel, why you time Miss Fat out? Mel didn't time Miss Fat out. Miss Fat has a wrench. How is she able to time Miss Fat out? She's not able to time Miss Fat out. Miss Fat has a wrench. Mel is not able to time out Miss Fat. Unless Miss Fat is not the real Miss Fat, somebody else acting like Miss Fat. Miss Fat has a wrench. So Tressie might be a fake Miss Fat. Might be a fake Miss Fat because Miss Fat has a French. Somebody using her name. You said Miss Fat timed Mel S out? Oh, it's the other way around? How is Mel able to get timed out? Mel has a wrench too. Mel has a wrench. See, Mel has a wrench. There go Mel right here. She has a wrench. Miss Mel has a wrench. It's probably a fake Miss Mel. I mean Mel S. Might be a fake one. She can't tie Mel out. Mel is on here. She doesn't have a top wrench. Miss Fat doesn't have a top wrench. You're not timed out. You're right here. You're not timed out. You're right here. How you timed out? You're right here. You're right here. How you timed out? She's not timed out. I wouldn't be able to see her. You timed out on the other side. You don't have a wrench on the other side. Miss Fat, please don't time anybody out. Y'all be missing the meeting and what we said in the meeting. Don't time anybody out. We see what happens when y'all miss meeting mods. I'm gonna have to start reclaiming my mod wrench because y'all miss meeting and y'all be doing the most. We have made some changes. Miss Fat, you did time her. They just sent me a screenshot. You did time her out for 86 seconds. Mel, how did you? I thought you had a wrench over there. Miss Fat, please don't time people out. Come to the meeting so you know the rules, ma'am. We're not timing folks out like this anymore. What did I think about the residual remix? I didn't put any thought to it. I listened to it, but I didn't put any thoughts to it at all. All right, guys. It is him. It is him. I got intel information. It is him. Oh, you look so pretty with braids. Thank you, Tabby. I'm sure it was an accident. I didn't say anything wrong. I don't think. All right, good people. I am about to get this live off. You guys have a great afternoon. Riders, I need you guys. I need to talk to you guys. I need my mods as well. I need to talk to the mods. All right. I'll see you guys later. Mods meeting, same link. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars.